Hi, welcome to Mad Max channel. So, today we are having a look at the two Tier 2 destroyers, the Umikaze, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but hey, it's going to happen, longjiang. Now, both of these two Tier 2 destroyers are good in their own way. First off, they can fire torpedoes while cloaked. No, I'm not talking about Klingons, but you get the idea what I mean. Anyway, down to the point of it. Both of them have roundabout detectability range of about 5.4, give or take. Both of them have torpedoes which can fire at 8 or slightly more. Now, the longjiang has the advantage, 5.2 detectability with camo and fire an 8.4 torpedo range, which is great because you got a good leeway to get close enough to the enemy you want to hit and torpedo them. Now, the Umikaze has a different kind of advantage. It can fire torpedoes within about every 24 seconds, where the longjiang every 32 seconds. Now, it's not much of a difference, 8 seconds, but it does mean you can spit out more. Now, the Umikaze's torpedoes, besides having slightly less range, 0.4, and has an other disadvantage, slightly less damage and 1 knot less speed. Now, probably not too much of a difference, but the longjiang's torpedoes, besides the fact it has more smoke generators, which is very useful, means it is a vastly better destroyer. Now, how good can these two be? Can they kill a Yamato at tier 10? Now, sure, using training room, you can actually try it out, which we're going to do, and you'll see the comparison between the two, which one is more effective at killing the Yamato. Now, you'd say to yourself, well, both of them have shy off 10,000 health versus a 100,000 health battleship with secondary range greater than the main batteries of the toys. But hey ho. So, we're in the longjiang. And yes, I do apologize for the fact that I'm pronouncing it wrong. So yes, 8.4 kilometer torpedo range. That's fine. 32 seconds between each fire segment. Sure, it's dual torpedoes. So, let's see which one can kill the Yamato quicker. Now, this all depends on what the Yamato decides to do in the timing scale. So, are these two actually any good in a tier 10 battle? Now, if the matchmaking allowed it, so you can group up with a tier 10 ship or tier 8 ship with a tier 2 destroyer, I would actually say it would fare rather well, because it would come as such a surprise to enemies that torpedoes are just being spat out that randomly and that often. If the matchmaking would allow it, it'd probably be quite fun. Sure, when it comes to main batteries on these destroyers, well, there's no point of actually taking them into account because it's only got about 1% value on the damage rating scale. But saying that, you know, if you're in a destroyer, your best asset has to be torpedoes. Sure, might not have the biggest amount of damage, but, you know, spray and pray theory with these destroyers. Right, there's one hit. And the Yamato has taken flooding damage.
Smoke screen set.
And Yo-Yung Lang main battery happens to be slightly less range than the Umikazes. But not that it really matters that much. Secondary batteries I think has the same range as its torps. Sounds crazy really. Has slightly less health, but it's got better detectability. 5.2. Yamato is down to around about half health. But she is also sailing away, which is going to make things more difficult. The bot computer player, unlike a human, if I was a human, I'd head in the direction of the torps to minimize, well, surface. Especially Yamato. She's not quick at maneuverability. But saying that, if you got a ship which can spit out torpedoes every 32 seconds, you can put enough torps into the sea for it to struggle to dodge them whichever way it does it. And this is not a scientific approach, because to do that I would actually have to do exactly the precise timings of everything. But I'm guessing that the Umikaze would do it slightly better. Only because it can spit out the torpedoes within 20 seconds of each other. So if you do a torpedo hit on it, 20 seconds later you got torpedoes out which potentially can do flooding damage again. And that's where it all mounts up.
Engine boost activated.
The Yo-Yung Lang is obviously capable of slightly more damage per torpedo, but the reload speed of it means it doesn't spit out as many torps as the Umikaze.
Generator started.
Obviously getting awfully dangerously close again. All means necessary. It's only a matter of time before flood and damage destroys it.
Smoke screen set. Engine boost deactivated.
More torpedoes hits. Also, other thing to take into account, the Lang is slightly faster than Umikaze. But not by much. It's to Umikaze's turn. Let's see how well she fares with it. First salvo properly out. Nearly reloaded for the next salvo. Well, I don't need to say the phrase dodge this because it's obvious it's not going to dodge that. I can't believe I disabled the Yamato's engines with a tier 2 torpedo. It's crazy. Right, second batch of torpedoes missed. Let's see if the third batch of torpedoes will hit better. Oh, she's coming towards a grinding halt. Two narrow spread torpedo sets. Well, the one torpedo we're about to hit is going to hit its non-torpedo bulge, which means it's going to cause flooding. Is it? Yep, it did. Yeah, if you hit the midsection of the Yamato, you're not guaranteed to cause flooding. Them torpedoes might just miss. Only just. It's such a handy thing to have torpedoes out pretty much every 20 seconds. Engines knocked out again. Who would have thought that would happen? That would normally never happen. Oh, she's certainly bleeding her health away. another set out just because we can. That impact. No flooding. Always use damage recall. Oh, that set's gonna miss. Or is it? Is it going to hit on the aft and cause flooding? Yep. By the way, United States Navy, when they did attack the Yamato, they did actually have to torpedo it at the front and aft because it could not get through the armor of the torpedo bulge. Attacked on one side only. Now the torpedo hit. I don't know, this is looking like a cakewalk, and it pretty much is. So, with the last dying seconds of the Yamato, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. I will have some other Android game videos coming up anytime soon. And like and subscribe if you want. And I'll catch you next time.